5-2 over the Colorado Avalanche. Yes, you're hearing me right. Your Chicago Blackhawks beat the Colorado Avalanche 5-2. Granted, 2 of the goals came empty netter, but who cares? We actually go into Colorado and find a way to win. Even though Colorado, yes, we're the tired team playing a game 24 hours ago, the Hawks came in and prevailed, playing a good all-around hockey game, even though they were kind of playing a little bit of a preventable defense in this one. It was kind of a rough one, but they were able to manage. This was a good game by the Chicago Blackhawks, a much-needed win for them after having games where, yeah, they probably should have won earlier, more this season. They haven't. They get their 3rd win of the year tonight in Colorado, and it's a much-needed one, ending a losing streak and playing a strong game against should be a cup contender, even though their goaltending not so good, and we kind of witnessed it tonight. Georgiev, oof, not the best goalie to watch. He really has a weak glove. This was a good game by the team. They played well. They were able to prevail. First period really showed the Hawks were the better team, coming out on with a lot of pressure. 12-7 in favor for your Chicago Blackhawks on shots on goal in the first period. 5-10 for Colorado in the second period. The Hawks did have to face a couple shorthanded opportunities in the second period. They were able to kill those off. Third period, 9-9. So split right there. It was a back and forth third period. Even though there was a little bit more preventable defense the Hawks were trying to do, I'm not a big fan of it. Right now with this team, you're not skilled enough to do that well for the prevent defense, but they were able to come out on top. Total shots on goal, 26-26. It was split. It was a good game. Face-offs, yeah, we really don't have the best at the center dot this year. 42% tonight to the Avalanche's 58%. Power play, the Hawks went 1 for 3 to the Avalanche going 1 for 4. Yes, the one power play goal for the Avalanche was a 2-man advantage, and it was McKinnon kind of doing McKinnon things, so that does help them. Hits were 15-19 in favor for Colorado. Connor Murphy, outstanding, laying some big hits out there tonight. He looked good. Alex Vlasic, phenomenal on the blue line for your Chicago Blackhawks tonight. Nearly playing a total, let's just pull it up, why not? Alex Vlasic on ice total of minutes played. He played 24 minutes and 20 seconds. He was on pace at one point to hit 30 minutes on ice. He was that good tonight. He was phenomenal. Best player on the ice, in my opinion, Alex Vlasic. But they played outstanding tonight. Let's get into it, shall we? Going into these goals of the game. The Hawks came out on top. They were moving the puck well, getting the opportunities, getting an early power play, didn't capitalize on it. But on their second power play is where we see an opportunity. At 8:47 in the first period, scored by number 23, Philip Kurashev. His second of the season. Assisted by number 72, Alex Vlasic, to make it a 1-0 game off the power play. A great move in for the Hawks to come into the offensive zone on this power play. Vlasic with the puck, going around the ice, around Georgiev in the net, sees Kurashev cutting into the slot area, and Vlasic sauces it to Kurashev for Kurashev to rifle it into the net. Hawks up 1. But that 1-goal lead doesn't last long because just a minute and a half later, at 10:16 in the first period, Casey Middlestack goes down the ice, gets his sixth of the season, assisted by O'Connor. And, it was just a bad back check for the Hawks here, and it leads to the Hawks giving up a quick answer. But they were able to get that answer right back by a weird goal shortly after this Middlestack goal. Hawks in the offensive zone, having a offensive zone faceoff. Lucas Reichel wins the faceoff back to Craig Smith. Craig Smith shoots it, goes off a player, goes off a Lucas Reichel, and in at 11:04 in the first period. In a matter of basically 2 minutes and 30 seconds, we have 3 goals on the board, and 2 of them are by the Chicago Blackhawks. Lucas Reichel, number 73 for your Chicago Blackhawks, gets his first of the season by a weird tipping redirection. I don't know what you could call it. The puck was trickling in from the shot from Craig Smith, and Hawks lead by 1 again. So that's good to see. The Hawks were able to answer right back after giving up a quick goal that they ended up, usually that's a backbreaker when you're playing this Colorado team, but it didn't work out that way. Hawks were able to add to their lead later in the period. About 6 minutes later, the Hawks were able to press at 16:56 in the first period, scored by number 8, Ryan Donato. His first of the night, 4th of the season, assisted by number 16, Jason Dickinson. And number 5, Connor Murphy. This play played out pretty weird. Hawks in the offensive zone cycling, and Murphy with a shot from the point, shoots it in, goes off the stick of Dickinson, and then off of the stick of Ryan Donato and down, and Donato just shoves it in. Hawks up by 2. It's 3-1 Chicago Blackhawks. Then the penalty trouble comes in. The Hawks go to the penalty box, and then by Bertuzzi getting called for a goalie interference, and Wyatt Kaiser gets called for a high stick, and it's a 2-man advantage for the Colorado Avalanche late in the period. At 19:17, Nathan MacKinnon goes speeding into the offensive zone on a rush at about 25 miles per hour he was clocked at. Gets his 5th goal of the season on the power play, assisted by Makar and Georgiev. Yeah, Georgiev gets a point. So it's a 1-goal game, taking this into the second. So the Hawks lead by 1 at 3-2 after 1. This was an impressive way. Yes, the Avalanche were able to get a late period goal, but the Hawks were able to hold them in the second period. Avalanche were battling hard, getting their opportunities off, cycling the puck. Hawks looked like they were in survivor mode, but Peter Mrazek stood strong when he was called for, and the Hawks star defenseman and Alex Vlasic was outstanding. He was honestly helping this team stay out, keep the Avalanche from getting it another goal to tie it up. So we go into the third period, same score, 3-2. And, well, in the third period, the Hawks were in a back and forth game, but later in the period, Colorado, keeping the Hawks stuck in the defensive zone, were moving getting their opportunities off, but Mrazek was holding and saying no. The Hawks were able to battle, and, well, Colorado gets a late penalty. Hawks take a power play. They don't score on it. And then right after the power play was over, Colorado pulls Georgiev. And, well, the Hawks take advantage of the empty net. At 1902 in the third period, scored by number 8, Ryan Donato. His second of the night, 5th of the season, for the empty net goal to make it a 4-2 lead for your Chicago Blackhawks with 52 seconds remaining in regulation. Yes, I'm saying it. I was so worried. We're up by 2 against the Colorado Avalanche. They can still put up 2 quick ones. But Colorado calls the timeout after the Hawks scored from that empty netter from Donato. And, well, 40 seconds later, the Hawks were able to add. At 1941, in the third period, scored by number 95, Ilya Mikheyev. His first of the season, first as a Chicago Blackhawk on the empty net goal, assisted by number 8, Ryan Donato. And number 16, Jason Dickinson, to give the Hawks the 5-2 victory in Colorado. So down in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts were on tonight's action and how well this team played, how well they could still improve on. They played well. There's some spots, though, the Hawks still need to improve upon. But they play, I really have to give them all credit because Colorado versus us, usually not a good matchup. So, thank you for watching the broadcast. I know you enjoyed the outcome. Hawks win! Hawks win! And most of all, let's go Hawks!